I'm David Ben Moshe, and I have with me Chaim Ben Pesach, and this segment is going to be on immigration in regards to the presidential election. You'll notice that there really are no subjects more important than immigration in this country and Islam. It's two knives at America's throat. It's actually a knife at the world's throat if you're not a Muslim nation. But in this country, we also have illegal immigration, plus legal immigration. Now, if you go back to 1965 when they passed the immigration bill, and you look at Robert Kennedy, he was the brother to John F. Kennedy. Kennedy was a very popular Kennedy, a very popular president, whether you agreed with him or not, whether you liked him or not, he was very popular. And Bobby Kennedy, his younger brother, was also very popular, and his big issue was civil rights. Well, Ted Kennedy needed an issue, and his issue became civil rights for third worlders coming here. And he passed an immigration bill, or he set up an immigration bill that was passed, that instead of most immigrants coming to this country being of European descent, now hardly any coming to this country were of European descent, and most were coming from the third world. And third worlders can't compete in this nation. There's always exceptions. Of course, some are going to do well, but the vast majority can't. And their children are going to join gangs, very violent gangs now, not like the gangs we had in the 40s and 50s, where a gang war was maybe bottles and sticks. Now it's guns and automatic guns, maybe a knife, but it's mostly automatic weapons. And these people coming here can't compete. If you look at the nations they come from, you can see why they can't compete. That's why their nation looks the way it does. And what are we doing about it? Our government is passing an immigration bill that's going to grant amnesty to what they claim is 11 million illegal aliens. Well, finally I heard them say 12 million illegal aliens, but we all know the figure is somewhere between 20 and 30 million illegal aliens. All you got to do is look on any major street and you see them standing around waiting for day work, or maybe just standing around waiting to pick on some woman passing by. But the candidates won't discuss this, with the exception of Tom Tancredo. And he is the only good candidate I could see. Rudy Giuliani finally said something positive, where he said that this bill is just going to be another Washington mess. And if you think that part of this bill is going to be building a security wall and enforcing or increasing our border laws, well, we have border laws. Why aren't they enforced now? Let's see some enforcement, and then, well, I still wouldn't believe the politicians in Washington, because they're all corrupt. They're all in it for themselves. They're all in it for what big business and lobbyists can pay them under the table. If you think about it, would you pay a couple of $1 million to be elected to a spot that pays $165,000 a year? So I ask you, do you think this amnesty bill is also going to include security at the border with a wall? What do you think? Chaim, what do you think?
Well, first of all, the minute you grant amnesty, as was done in the 1980s, to illegal aliens, that is the signal to illegal alien wannabes from all over the world that you can come to the United States and you will not be thrown out no matter what. If you come to the United States and sneak into this country, you will get in. It doesn't matter who you are or what you are, you will get in. In the 1980s, they passed the illegal alien amnesty bill. Republicans, by the way, did it, and Ronald Reagan signed it. And they gave amnesty to 3 million illegal aliens, and they said, this will solve the problem. Now at least we can keep track. We know who is coming in and what the situation is. Now we have tighter border security, because there were border security provisions there too. So why did they come up with border security provisions? This is to cover their behinds and say, okay, all right, we're legalizing them, but this will be it. Just let us legalize them. They're so anxious to legalize all the illegals. Let us do this, and now this will be it. So they play that little game. The reality is there is no border security provision that is serious in any of these bills. Congressman Duncan Hunter, another good candidate, by the way, for president, who has no chance of winning, just like Tom Tancredo has no chance of winning, unfortunately.
Also, Tom Tancredo is persona non grata at the White House. The Republicans don't want to go near him, especially the president.
Of course, because the Republican establishment is a traitor establishment. They hate a loyal American like Tom Tancredo or Duncan Hunter. Congressman Duncan Hunter is the one that put the fence provision in the bill. I do think that's good. I do think it's good that we have a fence on the border, but they're not building it.
Right, and it's not going to be built, even if this bill is passed.
The bill was passed. They have the money for it now, and they are not building it. They refuse to spend the money. They refuse to build it. So we have a situation here where in the 1980s they said we're just going to legalize these 3 million illegal aliens. They claimed it was 1.5 million, and it turned out to be 3 million. It turned out to be double what they claimed then. What did that do? The 3 million now have mushroomed to 20 or 30 million now because they saw, wow, 3 million people came in illegally and they were able to get in and get away with it. Tens of millions then followed them. Now, what's going to happen this time? We legalize these 20 or 30 million. That's going to mushroom into 50, 60, 70 million more. Plus, you have family reunification. I am telling you, no matter what the liars like John McCain tell us, and Ted Kennedy, and all these, and Hillary Clinton, and Barack Hussein Obama, and all these other liars in the Senate, no matter what they tell us, and George Bush, he's another liar. No matter what they tell us, I am telling you that if you legalize the many men in this country who come here from Mexico and other countries illegally, you legalize them, there is not a court in the country that will allow you to separate them from their wives and children. Their wives and children will follow them. They will bring, a lot of them are here sending money back to Mexico. They will bring their wives and children in here, and they have big families. And you're going to see a situation where we're going to lose a white Anglo majority in this country very quickly, and America will become a third world banana republic. Look, here's the issue, basically. If you agree with the Democrat and Republican establishment, and you think it doesn't make a difference, you think America's a nation of immigrants, it doesn't matter where we take them, we can bring in tens of millions of Muslims, we can bring in tens of millions of people from Africa and third world countries and Latin America, doesn't matter, we're a nation of immigrants, it's wonderful, those immigrants are just the same as the immigrants from Europe. If you believe that, then don't join JTF, because we don't believe that. We believe it does make a difference. If you think it does make a difference, if despite the political correctness, you don't want to see people from the third world who don't belong here come in legally or illegally, if you don't want to see that, and if you think that this is a matter of national survival, and that this is suicide, what America and what Europe is doing the same thing. If you think it's a matter of national survival, then you've got to join with us and fight this. We've got to make people aware of this and spread the word, and we've got to become a mass movement. JTF is a great organization, but we're not a mass movement. A mass movement means we have hundreds of thousands or even millions of people active with us. We don't have that right now. We need that. If we had that, we could stop all of these things. You give us that power, I'm telling you, we could save this country and we could stop all of these things, but we don't have that power because we don't have the money, and we don't have the people. We need you to get involved. We need you to help us become a mass movement, to spread the word. YouTube, by the way, can be a vehicle for us to become a mass movement because there are tens of millions of people on YouTube. We need you to help us. If you agree with us that this has got to stop, that we've got to save America, that it does make a difference if America has a white Anglo majority or if America becomes a majority non-white, if you think it does make a difference, and I'm not saying this because we're racist. We're not racists. We really aren't. We're not against people because of the color of their skin. We're against people who come from backward, evil, primitive, jealous cultures that are going to destroy the American dream. That are going to make America, we don't want America to become another Saudi Arabia or Algeria or Nigeria. We don't want that. We still believe in the America of the Founding Fathers. And we think it'll be a catastrophe, an unbelievable catastrophe for all of humanity if America becomes majority third world.
Do you know the politicians now, I guess under pressure, put in a passage to the bill, or at least tried to, where they're going to ban criminals from coming in under this amnesty bill. But John McCain, a candidate for president, a sitting senator, is against even putting that in the bill. He wants even felons here. Tell me that man isn't crazy. Tell me he's not cuckoo. And he wants to be our president. What do they call him? President Cuckoo?
He's a traitor to the United States of America. Anybody that wants to open up our borders and turn America into a third world banana republic is a traitor. If America becomes majority third world, America, by the way, is already 35% non-white, Anglo. Right now, with 35%, we're headed toward a majority very quickly, and that will be a very devastating breaking point once we hit that point. Join with us. You see the address of our website. This is the address of our forum. Join with us. We have 540 some odd people on our great forum. We need tens of thousands. We need hundreds of thousands. We need millions. We need to stop this. We can stop this. Join with us. Participate with us. It isn't too late if we want to do what's right. Shalom.